How's it going, everybody? I'm Josh from Elder Drunken Highlander, and I'm coming to you with yet another deck tech video for yet another spicy deck. It's Sen Triplets Group Hug. Now, I know that seems like they should not work together. Sen Triplets is one of the most oppressive commanders that exists in Commander to this day. It's existed since, basically since Commander has started, more or less, since before I've played Commander, at least. This commander's got a reputation. A bad reputation. But this deck aims to fix that. This is Sen Triplets Group Hug, and it is given those good hugs. Normally what happens when Sen Triplets goes to their upkeep is everyone panics, someone tries to kill it, you have to counterspell, and then you take someone's best creature and steal their land, and they're very upset and sad, and then you kill another player with that stuff because they don't have anything good, so you don't need to kill them, and all that. We're doing none of that. Here's what we do. On our upkeep, we say, okay, who wants the good hugs? If you select me to hug you, I will expose your hand, that's kind of sad. I'm sorry, but I will not play any of your lands unless you say it's okay, and I will cast your removal spells on whatever you tell me to cast it on. That way, you can progress your board state during your turn, and I'll just kill stuff for you. And so let's say you don't like Plague or Bees Commander because it might attack you. So I will cast Path to Exile on it for you, my friend. Just let me use your Path to Exile, and you could use your turn playing your own commander. And that's how it works. And other than that, I'm just playing regular group hug stuff. The idea is to get the table arguing over who I pick to gain control of. I want them to be killing each other because they want my help, and then in the end, when it's just a 1v1, the deck switches to regular old Sen Triplets brutal Esper control because I'm stealing your hand again because, well, you can't play group hug in a 1v1. But yeah, this is the deck. It's pretty standard group hug stuff. My main win con is draw punishing through stuff like Obnixilis. I'm running most of the draw punishing effects in this colors. I opted out of Keza because she targets a single player, and that didn't seem very huggy. I want to hug everybody, so we're doing everything evenly. But I'm playing stuff that allows each player to draw cards and protect my commanders and stop my opponents from gaining life. I'm also playing Palisade and Protector to protect myself. I can give these guys indestructible with Darksteel Plate and just keep myself alive that way. It's very defensive. But this is a really simple deck. We're just making everybody draw cards, letting our friends tutor forever we want. This is so we can tutor for more ways to let everyone draw cards. And then eventually, bam, exsanguinate. Or like a big fascination with a draw punish on the board, or something like that. We have Torment of Hailfire too, and the classic Debt to the Deatless as a way to finish our opponents off all at the same time. But we're really not trying to cast any of these spells to kill anyone until the very end of the game. We're trying to cast these ones to help everybody out first, because we want our opponents to beat each other up and not us, because we're helping them by using their removal on each other, and then get everyone to a low enough life total that we can finish them off all at once with one gigantic X spell. And we do that with all of this mana. Look at these mana rocks. There are so many mana rocks in this deck. Partially because we need mana to cast other people's spells with Sen Triplets, but also just because mana rocks be good. It's good to have mana rocks. So we actually don't have a ton of ways to make mana of any color, just because I don't think we need a ton of ways to make mana of any color. Removal spells generally don't have double pips outside of the colors that we're already in, which is the removal colors. There are some double red spells that we might not be able to cast, but usually we only need one pip. We can just tutor for like the Spectral Searchlight or Prismatic Lens or whatever we need to be able to cast the spells, or the Chromatic Lantern, and it's fine. So usually it's not a big deal. We're drawing so many cards anyway, we usually have 2 of them, but in no time. We go through like a third of our deck every single game very consistently, if not more, depending on how fast the game is. Our enchantment package is pretty standard. Citadel Siege to keep commanders off of our backs because commander damage sucks, and then a bunch of other things to kind of protect ourselves and damage all of our opponents at the same time. This one does both. We also have Smothering Tithe because we're making everyone draw cards, and we have a lot of X spells. It just seems good. I know it's a busted card, but it's like the only busted card in this deck besides our commander and like I guess the removal package, which we'll get to, I promise. The lands are pretty standard. We're not doing anything crazy. We're playing a ton of basics. We have a couple ways to make everyone draw with our land base, and that's about it. But other than that, just some super standard, super basic land package. The deck's like very simple in that. And then our instants. These are very important, and we rely on them heavily to keep ourselves alive. The whole point of the deck is we don't want to use these ever. We want to use our opponents instead, and then save ours to protect ourself and ourself only. And this is a favorite of mine. Look at this guy, Dromar Charm. Classic card that everyone forgot about. It's so versatile. It can counter something, it could kill something small, or I guess you could gain 5 life, maybe. I just really like it. I know it's not super great. Obscura Charm is not good in this deck. I don't have any multicolored creatures to bring back, really, so Dromar's Charm, I think, is the better choice for a versatile removal spell, and so I went for that one. And then, of course, we have these guys. This one's sick. Everyone forgot about this card, but it makes people draw cards, so it's perfect for this deck. And then this is another one that everyone forgot about. I like this one. It just burns people out. But yeah, that's the whole deck. A bunch of old school cards, because, again, this is a deck that I made, I think, in, like, 2017 or something like that. I played it once. No, it was 2019. I made this in 2019, played it once. So there's a lot of older cards in here. Fated Return, the idea was you get back Sen Triplets and make it indestructible. Might actually cut this card because, I don't know, no one kills the Sen Triplets once they realize, like, I'm not going to do anything mean with it. I'm like, let me see your hand. Wow, a Sun Titan. Alright, well, I'm not going to cast that. Seems like you don't have any removal there, buddy. How about I just pass the turn? That's something I've actually done multiple times. I'm not gonna cast like random good stuff from my opponents because that's not the group hug way. So yeah, that's the whole deck. It's very, very simple. Played it 3 times now, and I've won once, which puts it in like a pretty good spot. I would put this at this like the same power level as most precons. It just feels really good in pause. It's a very fun deck to play, and this is another Elder Drunken Highlander deck with no combo. So we've been on a streak of these lately. It's been kind of weird. It's been kind of weird. We'll get a combo deck for you soon, though. It's just I know it's gonna take a lot of talking. Well, if you enjoyed this kind of stuff, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel that you're watching right now. Most of our viewers are not subscribed, actually. It's super interesting to me as to how that happens, but I guess that's common for YouTube statistics for whatever. Also, leave a comment, leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out our Discord. Stuff like this is discussed and brewed and played on our Discord. I played this deck on our Discord like a week ago, and it was a really, really fun game, and I made a bunch of changes to the deck for this video based on that game, influenced by people, like what they said to me during the game. Also, we have other social media. It's down there. There's a Twitter and other things like that. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay janky, my friends, and remember, keep those good hugs going. I'll see you next time.